Bride and groom forced to make difficult decision in hospital. If wedding-themed reality shows have taught us anything, it's that even the most meticulously planned events can go horribly awry. The mother of the bride wears something completely inappropriate. The venue bursts into flames. The groom's ex objects to the nuptials. The list of possible wedding fiascos goes on, making TV executives richer and future newlyweds filled with anxiety. The key to surviving your wedding day, then, is to expect the unexpected, something Aliyah Vega and Michael Thompson were growing accustomed to doing. After multiple postponements, their ceremony plans were once again upended, and there was no hope the big day of their dream would survive, unless, that is, they quickly made some calls. Aliyah and Michael were prepared to walk down the aisle when they received a startling phone call. It was about Michael's dad, and the news had the couple exchanging their wedding attire for hospital gowns. For the young couple, laying their wedding plans by the wayside had become an unfortunate pattern. Despite being fully ready to exchange vows, the duo's plans to wed had been interrupted not once, not twice, but 3 times. They'd already been forced to postpone their wedding twice before because of deaths in the family. As Aliyah and Michael rushed to the hospital, they knew it was happening yet again. Their wedding was being derailed by a family emergency. The unexpected deaths changed everything for the young couple. Ayala said, "We immediately dropped everything and canceled stuff. Family is a top priority for the couple, something they remembered as they hurried to the hospital." The couple arrived at the hospital to terrifying news. Michael's dad had developed sepsis due to a complication with diabetes. Sepsis is a potentially life-threatening condition, and Michael's dad, William, needed surgery. Wedding plans be damned. The couple tried to be realistic about the situation. "I told Michael, if your dad has surgery, there's no way that they're going to let him out for the wedding," Aliyah explained. They faced the possibility of once again postponing their big day. Their wedding plans had never been very extravagant, as the couple chose a low-key celebration over glitz and glam. "We were originally just going to do something really small," Michael said. Still, the idea of once again postponing was hard to accept. Which is when the couple came to a crucial realization. What makes a wedding special isn't the gown, food, or ceremony, but the people who share in the couple's love. With that, Aliyah and Michael devised a plan and started making phone calls. "We talked to the pastor and he okayed it," Michael explained. In a matter of hours, they talked to just about everyone. Relatives, nurses, hospital staff, members of the wedding party. Everyone was on board with the couple's last-minute plan. Their plan was simple. "We decided if William can't leave, then we'll get married in the hospital room," Aliyah said of their last-minute plan. After all, the best weddings keep love at the forefront. Who cares if the venue is unconventional? Any bridezillas out there would cringe at the idea of an antibacterial scented wedding day, but Aliyah knew what was really important: William's health and his presence at their wedding, especially considering what the family had already gone through. It was really important that Michael's dad got to be there after losing those 2 people, Aliyah said, and once they were sure of a hospital room wedding, everyone from the family to the nurses sprung into action. Aliyah's grandmother and maid of honor hurried over to the hospital along with Michael's best man. As more and more family members filled the hospital room, the nurses were off cooking up their own surprise for the young couple. Because of all the previous postponements, Michael said they were dead set on having their wedding work out, even if it meant crowding family and friends into a tiny hospital room. With everyone decked out in scrubs, the pastor started to speak. Sliding rings onto each other's gloved fingers, Aliyah and Michael were finally married. Anyone walking by the hospital room probably would have been very confused by the cheering relatives and teary nurses, but for the Thompsons, it was the happiest moment. especially when the nurses revealed their surprise. They came in and surprised us with a cake and some flowers and some grape juice and celebrated with us, Elias said. For the Thompson family, the nurses' involvement was particularly moving. They'd been the people taking care of William the few weeks he was in the hospital, Elia recalled, which made their involvement pretty awesome. As for William himself, the expression on his face during the impromptu wedding said it all. He kept smiling, Elia described. He was just really happy. Her new father-in-law was more than okay with the last-minute nuptials, especially since it meant being there for the biggest day of his son's life, and the day was still young. Elia and Michael were determined to keep their original wedding plans intact, even if they were technically already husband and wife. So, mere hours later, Elia finally put on her wedding gown and veil. Michael and Elia were married for a second time at their church, this time with all of their wedding guests in attendance, except of course William. As beautiful as their second wedding was, the couple will never forget their real wedding. After all, how could anyone forget saying "I do" beneath the fluorescent lights of a hospital room? Now that William is fully recovered, Elia and Michael's unique wedding is sure to go down in Thompson family history.